Happy Monday to all my folks out there. I am Erica, the host of Give a Sister a Hug, and I have my beautiful co-host with me today, Kim. What's going on?
Nine, how y'all doing? All right, yeah.
So it's
So,
Monday, and I'm excited to start the week off. And I think starting the week off good with Give a Sister a
oh,
Hug since we just coming back in the swing of everything.
yes.
Um,
Hello, 2026. Yeah.
yes,
hmm
2026 is here, and I'm here
Yes.
for it.
All right.
All right.
Absolutely.
So today we have a special guest. We're gonna interview our new friend, business partner, everything. The one who keep my hair on fleek, y'all.
Oh,
No, don't tell no.
okay. Okay.
Don't tell nobody. We have Kelly here with Big Sisterly Love. She's starting her nonprofit. So Kelly, say hello to everybody.
Hello, hello, hello to the peoples.
Okay.
Hello.
We are so glad to have you on here, girl.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
joining.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yes. Look, don't stress it. Just be yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so Kelly, let's just jump right into it. We're not gonna Kelly's nerves are bad, but y'all give her a
No.
little grace. It's
Yeah.
her first
Yeah.
time. She
Me too.
she's transitioning here. She going
Yes.
from hair lady, hairstylist, our personal hairstylist here in New Orleans,
Yes.
to the nonprofit world. So give her a
Okay.
little grace there.
Profit.
All
Yes.
Yes.
right, so Kelly, let's talk about Big Sisterly Love. Tell us about that and how you started Big Sisterly Love.
Okay, so Big Sisterly Love has been on my heart for a while. I
Mhm.
didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I gravitate to little girls, right? I
Mhm.
think it's part of trauma, the little
Mhm.
girl in me
Yeah.
wanting to give to other little girls what I didn't give, what I
Mm.
didn't get, what I know I needed, basically.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I just wanted to kind of put that into motion and give back, and that's kind of just a passion. So Big Sisterly Love is a program that I wanted to put together for girls from the age of 7 to 17 to
Mhm.
kind of just teach them about life and just how to progress and how to have things that they can use, life skills. Remember back in the
Mhm.
day when we used to have home economics in school and all
Yeah.
of that?
Uh-huh.
I don't
Yeah.
know if they still have that. I don't
Uh-uh.
know. They
No.
don't. Okay, so they don't
Mm-mm.
have that anymore. So I
Mhm.
feel like a lot of females that we see today, they don't have just. I feel like were the basic skills back in
Basic
the day.
skills. Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
Yeah, in order
Mhm.
to survive and just make home life easier.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're gonna. I want to do some of that. I want to be able to deposit into their lives and make some of that happen.
we depositing it in their lives. I like
I know
Yeah,
that.
that right.
That was a
yeah,
big word. I like
yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
tell us,
Absolutely.
Kelly, what can we expect from Big Sisterly Love as far as like, are we gonna have meetings or are we gonna have activities? Are you gonna be out in the community? Like, tell us, what's all that entail involved.
So first, I want to reach out to different churches. So it's kind of like faith based.
Okay.
Um, yes, and yes, we're gonna have meetings, but we're gonna do other things as well. Like we're gonna go to water parks and just do different things. I want to do sewing classes, cooking classes, baking
Mhm.
classes. Just to give us girls when we grow up to be women, that those
Mhm.
basic
The
skills that we
basic
might
skills.
need to take care of our families and our
Mhm.
children, and just to make life easier.
Mhm.
That's
Okay.
Mhm.
it's just what would I say? Just depositing again
Mhm.
good
Mhm.
energy, positive
Right.
energy, just to kind of build them up. A lot of times girls are in homes where they don't have a safe space.
Mhm.
They
True.
can't talk to their parents. They can't
True.
talk to people around them. Maybe they don't
Mhm.
understand. Well, I want this to
Mhm.
be like we build relationships. You know what I'm saying? They could come talk to me. They could come talk to you. They could come talk to whoever and make life a little easier for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That
yeah.
sounds good. Working with mental health, and I work at the hospital, and I see a lot of girls. They talk about they don't have nobody to talk to. They don't have like that big sister thing. So that's basically what Big Sister They Love gonna offer them, that big
Yes.
sister kind of love and that support. So I
Yes.
heard you say church based, faith based,
Yeah. Faith
faith based.
faith based. Yes.
So what made you want to go that route as far as with faith based?
Well, everybody have their own beliefs, but I believe that faith
Mhm.
is important. God is important. Um,
Mhm.
He's the author and the finisher of all things. And I think sometimes in life, in certain environments, you don't get that.
Mhm.
You don't
Mhm.
get that. So, and all of that too is a part of knowing who you are. You have to know who you are. You have to know who you are in Christ. You have to know that you are somebody. You are valued. And I believe all that goes back to that. Like I said, some people probably are in environments where they don't have that push. They don't have those deposits. They don't have that encouragement. They don't have that reinforcement. They don't have that love. They don't have really
Mhm.
nothing. They kind of just in the midst of situations and they just surviving. Well, surviving
Mhm.
is not living, and we don't want to
Mm-mm.
go through life just
Mhm.
surviving. We don't want to do that.
Okay.
Quality of life is important.
Come
Yes.
on, quality of life.
Yes,
Sorry,
it's
that's
important.
a word. That the
Yes,
quality of life is important.
yes,
Surviving
absolutely,
and being in survival mode, that's not the way to live. I mean, I've been in
absolutely not.
survival mode, so I understand how that is, and I'm just like, can I get over it? So,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
quality of life is very important.
Yeah,
What you have to
survival is like fight or flight. Who wants to live
Yeah,
in that moment?
at
yeah,
all times, yes.
yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Because some
Hmm.
girls are in that situation. Like some of them are in that situation where they fighting most of the time. They're just not living. They fighting to get
yeah,
by.
yeah,
Hmm.
What you have, Kim? You have something for Kelly?
I think that is something that is definitely needed, especially, I always say in the Black community,
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I know of other communities, but I know
mhm,
in our community, things that are needed.
yeah,
And that is definitely something that is needed, especially with girls, because we are very, you know, impressive. We have, our friends that might be able to encourage us to do things as we shouldn't be doing.
yeah,
So I think it's something that's definitely needed. And like you said, you might not have a mother or, someone in the household that
mhm,
you can rely on. So I think it's
yes,
definitely something that's needed in the community.
yes,
Um, and kind of, with that, with certain age groups, talk about, dating violence as well, because
yes,
that's
Mhm.
definitely
yes,
Yes.
is needed because,
yeah,
they start young.
yes.
So that and then I would love, to partner with you when it comes to that, just because it's needed. We need to teach these
Absolutely.
that, we I mean, we all say we don't need no man, we don't. But I understand you want to be loved by someone, but you have to understand what that love looks like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
You
it
have to
can
know
look
the
like
difference.
it can look
Yes.
like a many of things, many,
Yes.
many things.
Say it
Yes.
again, a
Yes.
many of
Um,
things. Yes.
yes, many, many things.
And
Hmm.
So what you
all of that depends on mindset. That's
Yeah.
what's been instilled in you. What you see, you might think that's love, but what you've been seeing might not be healthy. That's not what it is.
Right.
You have to be able to distinguish the difference. As women, we are multipliers. We
Hmm.
give life, we give
Hmm.
birth, we give life to situations. You
Hmm.
bring home a meal, we're gonna cook. You know how that goes.
Hmm.
So everything that we kind of encounter, we multiply. So just
Hmm.
imagine if they're damaged and they're not getting good good things deposited to them. If they're a
Mhm.
product of their environment, guess what they're multiplying? They're
More that
multiplying that
generation.
negativity. They're multiplying those bad things because that's all they know.
No.
So
Yep.
we have to kind of come together and change that.
Yeah.
So would you say the
Agreed.
goal for
Agreed.
2026 for Big Sister Love to break the generational curses?
I would hope that's a big part of it. Yeah. Yeah, I would hope that's,
Mhm.
that just breaking generational curses itself
Mhm.
makes a difference, And curses, think about it. Curses are spiritual. And
Yes. Hmm.
we are faith based. So you
Yes.
have
Mhm.
to get in tune with your
Mhm.
faith to even know that you're dealing with a curse.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. Because there's a lot of things that, again, in the Black community that we
Mhm.
experience, the same was what happens in the house, what happens in my home stays in my home.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
why we have so many damaged young girls
Mhm.
that's coming up in the world today
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
of that old saying.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
even with the old saying, what happens in the home stays in the home. There's a difference with being private
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
being secretive.
Right.
Sometimes you
Mhm.
can be private, that could be your business, no one else's business. But when you're secretive, like intentionally hiding something, what's wrong?
Mhm.
Something is wrong. Because you
Right.
don't hide things that are just normal and good. Now,
Mhm.
privacy is one thing, but you don't just hide things just to hide things. So
Right.
usually if you can't tell someone something, or you're intentionally holding a secret or hiding something, or don't tell my business, is usually wrong.
Mhm.
And a
That's
lot of
right.
times we get kids stuck to, don't, what goes in my house stays in my house. Don't talk my
Mhm.
business. All kind of
Mhm.
stuff be going on
Mhm.
behind those doors that shouldn't
Mhm.
be. But they're
Exactly.
not telling it, so they can't get the help for it.
Yeah.
Right. And that's
Yep.
why we end up with teenagers and young girls in these domestic violence relationships.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes. Damaged kids turn into damaged adults. It's just
Yes.
a cycle. It's a
It
cycle.
is a vicious cycle. Yeah,
Yes,
That it's so hard to break these days. Like,
it is.
yes.
Mhm.
let's take
Yeah.
a breather
People
on it.
people do what they know to do. They do what they used to.
Yeah.
On when you get in certain realms that are uncomfortable, you don't like it. It's
Mhm.
different. You're not used
Mhm.
to it. You want to go back to what you know because that's easy. You know that. But that
Mhm.
It's
doesn't make what you know right.
mm-hmm.
We
Right.
can be doing things for years and have been doing them wrong.
Mhm.
So we
Right.
have to learn to, unlearn and relearn.
Mhm.
And sometimes that's hard unlearning. But I think if we
Yes.
start at the ages that you starting at what Big Sister Love, that's a great place to work because once they become
Mhm.
big adults, it's hard to change those habits.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. People get stuck in their ways.
Are you going to break up the girls? So is it going to be like from 7, like 7 to 9 and 10 to 12 or however? Or are you just going to do all one big, um,
So mhm.
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, no, I was interrupting you. No, I'm gonna do
Okay.
one big thing. I don't want to break them up because the bigger girls have something to give to the little girls.
True.
The
True.
little girls might, if the big girls have been stuck in a certain way, those little children, those innocent children, they can
Mhm.
soften up some tough spots.
Mhm.
They can
Mhm.
bring love and hugging. Little kids like to touch. Give me a hug.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
They be
they can
spraying all
soften
them
up the big
cooties.
girls. They can deposit into each other. And it's
Hmm.
kind of like, big girls reaching back for the little girls and pulling them up.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah,
no,
I
I
like
don't want to
that.
Yeah.
separate that. I
Yeah.
don't want to
Okay.
separate that.
I love
So
that.
with
One
some of
big
your
sisterhood.
activities, I know with some of your activities, we've been working on, me and her been working on, you're gonna have to separate them because some conversations are good for your big kids and some conversations are not good for your
Yes.
little kids.
Yes.
Um, so what's the goal? Like what's your mission? What's the goal for this?
So to be honest with you, my mission is just to build hope. Build hope for girls. Let them be able to have a good quality of life.
Mhm.
Teach them maybe how to be entrepreneurs, teach them how to be go-getters. A lot of them
Mhm.
don't have motivation. One day they're going to have families. We need you to deposit some of this good energy into your children, and
Mhm.
they're going to deposit it into into their grandchildren. It's just starting a new way.
Mhm.
Maybe if everybody play their part, we might have a better world, a better society,
Okay.
a better group of people,
Yes.
but
Yes.
it has to start somewhere. Can I change everybody? No.
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
But guess what I
Mm-mm.
could do? I could do what I could do. I could do my
It
Yeah.
was
part.
it's all it takes is one.
Yeah.
Yep.
If
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
could, if you could reach one,
Mhm.
That's right.
you did a lot. And especially when
That's
we
Yeah.
right.
talk about
That's right.
when we talk about girls, if you can reach one,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you done reach a lot because it's
Yeah.
hard
Yeah.
to reach girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want, these girls to learn how to walk in their purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't know you even have a purpose. You don't even know why you're here. Everyone has
Yeah.
a purpose. We
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
all have a purpose.
Mhm.
You got to figure out what it is and you got to find it and you got to walk in it.
Yeah.
And that there will make changes. That in itself will make changes.
Mhm. Come on. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Well, am I supposed to smile? I'm just agreeing because what she's saying, honey, what the kids do, all this clocking and stuff.
And
Yeah.
then,
Yeah. Clock it. Yeah. Because we need more women
and it's
like that
good
in this
because we
world.
get
That's
to
going
it is good because also self love.
yeah,
Yes.
most
Like
definitely. Yeah.
It starts with
these
self. Yeah.
Yup,
Yeah.
these kids struggle with self-love. They struggle with insecurity. They struggle with their identity
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
their sexuality. Like
Yeah.
that's the big thing.
Mhm.
So it's like I feel like Big Sisterly Love will be a great thing, even just
Absolutely.
Thank
having
you.
like mentees and
Yes.
that
Mhm.
they can follow or also they get to see other girls like themselves that
Yes.
been
Mhm.
through certain situations and could say,
Mhm.
I've been through this situation and look where I'm at. So you
That's
can do
Yeah.
the
right.
same thing.
Right. Right. Or you watch my walk and see what
Yep.
I've been through so you don't have to go through it. You
Okay.
don't even have to go through. If I made the mistakes, watch my mistakes. That'll
Mhm.
keep you from making the same mistakes that I did.
Right.
Absolutely. Let me tell you my story because
Mhm.
also what I have learned, my story is just not for me.
Mhm.
Right.
Everything that I done been through is not
It's
for
for
me.
somebody
It's for me
else.
to
Mhm.
share for somebody else. Right.
Absolutely.
Because I told this girl at work, she never did understand why she was going through what she was going through. And like I tell her, like our situation that we went through is not for us. It's for
Mhm.
Mhm.
somebody else. That's why
Absolutely.
Mhm.
it's important that we share our stories because we just never know who we're gonna touch in the mix of all of that.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's
So what
right.
else you bringing? What else you're planning to bring to the city of New Orleans as far as with our youth, our children and adolescents?
So just a lot of motivation,
Mhm.
encouragement, change, you know,
Mhm.
just a lot. I want people to know that they have a voice, they have a
Mhm.
purpose. You know,
Mhm.
you're not just taking up space. You're not just
Mhm.
little Bobo son. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You're gonna
Yeah.
grow up
Yes.
to be an adult. You're gonna grow up to
Mhm.
be
Mhm.
somebody,
Right.
Are you gonna do you want your name to carry weight? Or you want to be just like everybody
Just
else. You
normal.
know,
Mhm.
yeah, in life we have choices. So the
Mhm.
earlier we decide to make those choices, the earlier we could decide to make changes. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You don't
Gotcha.
have to be in your 40s and in your 50s and just waking up like your aha
Yeah.
moment. Now you
Yeah.
Yeah.
want to get it together.